Lara, lovely to meet you, at least by Zoom. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing. Was it musical, and where were you in Latvia?
So yeah, I'm originally from Latvia, Riga, the capital city. Yeah. And well, upbringing, I would say, yeah, quite musical, meaning that everybody sang at the parties, by the table.
You're known as a very, as the singing country. So I guess that there was a lot of singing going on.
Yes, yeah. I sang in a choir since I was a child for 15 years, I would say. And yeah, I started singing. Well, my mom says before I started speaking. So there we go.
And when did you decide that you wanted to actually make a career out of it rather than just enjoying yourself singing?
Ooh. I think it was when I was around 15, 16. I had an opportunity to become not a doctor, but I wanted to go more into science and medicine. And then after some time of that, for a year, I was like, I'm missing something in my life. And then I understood I'm missing music, as much as, cheesy it sounds. Oh, but yeah, it was something I understood when I was 15, 16. So yeah, I just went straight for the conducting, for the singing, piano. And yeah.
Well, I mean, so I was going to say, do you play an instrument? It sounds as though you play the piano anyway.
Yeah, I play the piano, and I played violin for 9 years, but not great.
No, it's very good. I mean, I think the more rounded, a musical upbringing you have, the better. I think it's great.
Absolutely, it gave me basically my pitch. So thank you, violin.
Thank you, violin. Well done, violin. And you started. Was this before you studied? And I mean, it says on your little bio that the first thing you did was to sing Lauretta in Skiki at the Latvian National Opera. Is that? How old were you when you did that? About 12?
I was 19. Oh, the choices I made. Yeah, that was an experience. I honestly didn't. For me, it's like a dream, because I don't really remember it happening, but it did happen. And by the way, it was 7 years ago, and my voice was not the greatest at that time, but it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went immediately to London to study.
What, at the Guildhall straight away?
I went to Royal Academy of Music.
Okay.
I studied there for 2 years, and then I transferred to Guildhall to finish my bachelor's.
And you were with Janice Chapman, is that right?
Yes. I've been with her for the past 4 years. And before that, I was with Julie Kennard.
And now you've joined the National Opera Studio. I guess you've done how long have you been there for? A few weeks, couple of weeks? When did it start?
Yeah, it's I think already a month.
Oh my goodness. I mean, time flies. Great. It's November. Honestly. I forgot it's November. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, we've had lots of fun. We had concerts, we had auditions. I mean, it's a great place to be.
Well, this is what struck me about you so far, that you don't stop smiling. You're obviously having fun, which is fantastic. I mean, if you have fun, then the audience will have fun. It's the way it is,
Exactly.
Fake
it till you make it.
So do you know, what are you getting to do? Are you getting to do lots of scenes at the National Opera Studio, or what are you studying roles? How's that working at the moment?
So at the moment, we are working more or less on whatever we want to work on.
Okay.
But starting from next month and also January, we are having residency. So our first residency is with ENO. Right. And so we are doing opera scenes for that, and then later Opera North, Scottish Opera, and Welsh Opera.
So you're going the rounds, obviously. Yeah. So what are you doing for ENO? What are you doing for ENO?
Oh, it's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret.
I guess you'll have to come and see.
Oh, we've got a soprano, everybody. Yes.
Stop it.
That's great. That's great. Well, and what's your? I mean, this is always a silly question in one way, but it's interesting for people to know. what's your, how would you describe your voice type? I mean, are you a lyric soprano, or are you heading towards spinto? What do you want to do professionally? Do you want to mix lieder singing with opera? How's it, what's the plan in Laura's brain?
Ooh, in my brain, I have such big plans.
I know the Met next year, but apart from that.
Met next year, I will send you tickets.
Thank you.
So yeah, I am I would say coloratura soprano, but maybe with some dramatics.
Oh, here we go.
And yeah, I would like to go into the bel canto, and also I do like some contemporary music. It has grown on me. Yeah, so far so good. My plan is to sing some, I don't know, maybe Adina sometime soon.
Yeah.
You know, it's audition season. I don't know.
Well, you've got a chance next week to try out various pieces, haven't you? After all, at the Ferrier. Let's just look at the repertoire you've chosen. It'd be interesting for people to hear what you've chosen and why you've chosen. So if the semi-final, you're starting with the Laudamus Te from the Mozart C minor Mass. Why that?
You know, it's a great piece to start with because it's uplifting. It like immediately draws the listener in, and it's not, you know, it's not dramatic. It's not anything too serious, but it's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful pieces by Mozart.
Well, that's a very good reason for starting with it, and then you go straight to Lieder, and you go to Schumann's Heiß mich nicht reden from the Wilhelm Meister Lieder und Gesänge. So just tell us a bit about this Goethe setting. So
it is from Wilhelm Meister, and basically Mignon is talking about her secret here. She is her secret is basically that she is an incest child, and
it's quite a big secret, really.
Now you know, guys. and she's keeping a secret because she swore to Mother Mary, that she will protect her, and so she, as a child in her mind, decided that it's a secret that she has to keep. So she's talking to Wilhelm Meister that I would like to tell you because, you know, he's close to her, but I can't. My lips are sealed. Only God can open them. So
we translate Heiß mich nicht reden as don't ask me to tell you, basically.
Yeah. Don't ask me to speak. Ask me to be silent.
Well, you were talking about contemporary music. It's not really contemporary anymore, but it's certainly by one of our great contemporary composers, Tom Addis. So Ranach by Glenn Coe. Do you have any Scottish blood in you, Laura?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay. Tell me a bit more about that, though. Tell me a bit more. I don't know the Five Elliott Landscapes. So tell me about this one.
Yeah, so this one is about Glencoe massacre in 1692.
Right.
And well, I have been reading lots about it, but as I didn't have the British, you know, history lessons when I was a child. So what I understand is that many people got killed because they didn't want to swear their allegiance to the new government.
Yeah.
So.
And when it says Five Elliott Landscapes, is that T.S. Eliot? Who's the
T.S. Eliot. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And is it a dramatic piece? How does it? It sounds as though it should be, but maybe it's a sorrowful piece.
It is. You know, it's well, it's more for me. It's more about the atmosphere it creates with the words.
Right.
Because there are some creeping and like some also words that, you know, you can color.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily maybe makes sense, but when you hear those words, you get like sensation.
I really love Rimsky-Korsakov's operas. I think they're sort of kind of underrated, and it's just sort of colourful nothing, but actually it's a lot more than that, and it works so well, and the orchestration's beautiful. Not that we're going to be hearing the orchestration, but I'm sure that Joseph will make it all sound very orchestral. Tell us about this bit from this aria from the Snow Maiden that you're singing.
Yeah, honestly, this aria reminds me of some Disney princess movies. it's a really nice piece to finish with. It is beautiful. It is about so Snow Maiden. She's asking her father to let her go and live with the people and to have fun with Lel, who she has fallen in love with, really. And well, the ending is not so good for her, but in this aria, everything is well.
Okay. That's all we need to know. Yes, that's good.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay, Laura. So that's your semi-final. Mozart, Schumann, Thomas Adès, and Rimsky-Korsakov. Fantastic group of 4. The final, your program starts with, oh yes, just a little number from Handel's Rinaldo, just to get the blood flowing.
Little tiny Armida number.
Yeah, it only lasts 2 minutes. I mean, what are you worried about?
Yeah, I'm also, because she has to come out with like fire and fumes, and so I'm waiting for that to happen in a competition.
We look forward to that too. So just tell people who don't know what Furia Terribili is about.
So this is basically Armida's. She's a sorceress, Queen of Damascus.
Yeah.
She is a powerful queen, and this is her first entrance into the opera, and she basically shows everybody how powerful she is, and that she has these furies who obey her. And it's a nice piece to start with, because everybody's going to be like, oh my God.
Stand well back, Laura's in. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So I guess we go, that's quite a big change from that to Delius and an Indian love song. That's pretty big turnaround.
I do like dramatic changes in my life, so.
I can't comment, but good.
So yeah, Delius love song. It is, when I was studying with Julie Kennard, I actually did Delius song competition. And well, as a Latvian, to be honest, I had no idea about Delius, but then I came to UK and I found out about so many British composers, English, and he was one of my favorites. And at the time I couldn't sing the song because it's quite dramatic, and it's really interesting. It's like a tiny opera in a song.
Yeah.
But
and it's a text by Shelley, I see.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Wonderful.
Well, you've assimilated British composers. Then we're going to assimilate, I guess, a Latvian composer. Tell us about the next piece and pronounce it for me, please.
So it's by a Latvian composer, Jāzeps Spītols, and It is called Zacchaeum, or in English, Rabbit Hair Mother.
That makes a lot of...
Yes.
What do you, did you say Rabbit Hair Mother?
Yes. It's a song for children.
Yeah.
It's really short. It's about 1:30 long, and it is about this rabbit mother who has so many kids, and her husband doesn't help her at all, and she's just complaining, We've all been there.
Very good, very good. And we're going from Latvia a little bit east to Rachmaninoff.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So he wrote this for a singer, dedication to a singer, Nina Kosic, and I don't know. It's a piece that's really close to my heart.
What's it called, Laura?
Son, or Dream.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah, and it's also for a pianist. It's like a mini concerto, piano concerto.
Well, I'm glad you're giving Joseph some work to do. I mean,
yes, exactly. And I need to chill before the last piece.
You need to chill. Well, I was going to say, I'm looking at the timings of your previous 4 numbers, and suddenly you've doubled it by having a 7-minute sort of smash hit from Rossini, which we always in Australia called Smelly Remedy. and the person who called it that was Joan Sutherland, I have to tell you. But anyway, it's actually from Semiramide. And tell us about Bel Raggio Lusinghero.
So I started with a queen and I'm ending with a queen. You know, royalty. So yeah, she's a queen of Babylon. She is looking for a person to take her throne instead of her, because she's like getting old and stuff. And she has fallen in love with this young man, Arsace.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this aria, she's singing about how he's coming to her and she's just fallen in love with him, and she's singing about it. And in the end, spoiler alert, it's her son.
It's opera. I mean, this is
Rossini operas.
I mean, you know, it can't be. It's yeah. It can't be sort of nice and gentle. It's got to be. Here's your son. Oh, right.
Yes.
Well, we look forward to hearing about you singing about your son next week, or whenever people get to see this. Laura, thank you ever so much, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.